Boom, what up? BrookiePong here, back with another video. Some of you may know that while I've been working on getting my rating up, I've also been working on a side project, developing BrookiePong. Recently, she has reached her peak rating of 803, and now we are working with her to get to 1000. I feel like on YouTube you can find a lot of training clips and videos, but never really get much insight into their technical model, or training methodologies, or programming. It's either like technical tutorial videos, or we did this drill, but never really any discussion on why or how they program or figure out what to do when they're having issues with their game. This series will try to bridge that gap and maybe give you some ideas on how to fix some problems that you're having in your game. Yeah, so first we just warm up with standard warm up. We just hit the ball flat. Brooke actually has been having some issues with hitting the ball flat. She can only really hit it with some spin, so when it's time to block, it's a little awkward, and a lot of the time she'll smother the ball or not really get enough safety by keeping the ball flat. So here we're working on that a little bit. Yeah, and this ball is kind of a good example where you can kind of see she's like brushing it up and forward a little bit and not keeping the ball truly flat. And I don't remember which adjustment I tell her to make. Here you can see I'm telling her that it's a little close and going to up and forward, and it needs to start more open and come through the ball to be flat. Like her hand is too close and the angle is kind of going up and forward instead of just keeping it open and pushing more forward. Yeah, and it's already like looking a little better to me. It isn't so moving upward, it's definitely flatter, and the ball is bouncing deeper on the table. When she adds some spin, the ball definitely bounces more shallow and more up. When she hits flatter, you can see the ball comes a little more forward and it bounces deeper on the table. Yeah, way better. Good adjustment. Yeah, next we're going to warm up her loop. I think she and most beginners have the problem that they can't really get their body into the loop, so I'm just reminding her a little before she loops and making her do some reps where she pauses before at the bottom and then makes sure to turn the body a little bit while she's making her stroke. See, pause, turn. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the hip is a little bit inconsistent. You can actually see here if I slow it down, the hand goes before the hip. See, so we gotta really work on getting the hand and the hip together when she loops. Sometimes she does it well, but it still needs some more practice. A little not so in sync there. It's okay, it's okay. See, not in sync. It's okay, not so in sync. So yeah, we're gonna work on that. Yeah, the other issue that she has sometimes is she tries to cover the ball way too much when she's looping topspin, and either the ball slips off or she just misses. Later in the video we worked on it a little more and we got a nice adjustment from it. Yeah, so we're working on close to the table counters here. I'm just trying to teach her a little bit of everything, and then over time as she develops she can figure out what she likes to do. But she seems to like to play more of a rally game and more counters than like more of like a third ball rip kind of style. And then she has the same problem with her counters where it's a little too close and she gets a weird angle on it. Here I'm trying to adjust it for her. Like she can open more, it doesn't have to be as close as she thinks, and she can brush up more and get more safety rather than closing so much. Alright, let's see what happens. Good. Yeah, and another problem we have is some balance problem, but that's normal. Like here, you can see this is an example ball where her weight kind of just stays unbalanced and on the right leg too long. Like she's not turning back into the middle or resetting her feet in any way, so she's just off balance. So we work on that and it gets better too. Here again, her angle is too close. Here, look, too closed. Freeze frame, too closed. trying to get her to adjust her angle again. See, too close to more open. And here's one nicer ball with still some balance issues, but still better with the angle. Next we switched sides and tried some further away from the table. This is definitely the weakest part of her game, but I'm not really that concerned since it's not really that much a part of her game. She doesn't really get too far off the table. So, but this is more like general training and messing around and just making sure the hip stays together with the arm. It's still not fully together, but just something we're working on. She's still a beginner, so it's normal. Yeah, the main issue here is the knees are pretty straight and her head and shoulders aren't really forward. She's kind of just standing straight up in the back. So, yeah. Okay, now some backhand. We start off flat. She's definitely better at hitting flat on backhand. This is definitely one of her stronger, more stable parts of her game. No real notes for this. This is just good. It's good enough for her level, so move on. Okay, now I tell her that it's okay to spin and kick the ball a little. The one issue we have with this one is the racket starts a little too high and the elbow's a little too high sometimes, so it's a little awkward to get the wrist and the right angle on the ball. But not too bad here so far. Not bad. Pretty good. Now we're messing around with away from the table. I think being able to do a bunch of things with every stroke, like being able to play further away, closer, faster, earlier, later, is just overall good and helps with your basic skills. So I try to get her to do a little bit. We don't spend way too much time, but just a little bit's good. Yeah, not too bad for her level. Pretty good, honestly, for her level. Not bad. I think she could get a little more of a backswing and more room to hit the ball. Her arm is a little bit too far in front right now, but yeah, no real complaints. Pretty good. Oh yeah, same thing with forehand. I told her just to have a little pause so she can make sure she's going together with everything, with the forearm, with the wrist, and maybe bring it back a little bit more. But other than that, it's pretty good, I think. Yeah, a little bit more of a weight there. That's good. But she has to, when you wait a little more and adjust your timing, it's always going to be a little awkward. Here I say you can bring the wrist back. It's hard to get power when it's so far in front. Bring the wrist back and hit. Yeah, good. Better weighting. Figuring it out. Good. 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 Nice. Nice. Really nice. Super nice. Nice. Yeah, just slow one ball down here. See, look, if you wait here, she doesn't get much room below the ball or much room behind the ball. So that's just one improvement she can make for a little bit more power. Here we just pushed the ball a little bit on the backhand. I haven't really taught her to loop underspin yet. I think she's improved her topspin a little bit more before, so now I just tell her that if she just cuts the ball deep and long, she can look for a pivot with her forehand, or she can just keep them on the backhand and pin them, or push it to their forehand if she wants to get a different ball to loop. But yeah, we're just working on control here of underspin with the backhand. I try to mix it up, give her some heavier, give her some no spin, change the rhythm a little bit, no spin there, and just try to see if she can adjust. One technical small thing that she does, well, in theory you're supposed to use your right foot to find the ball when you push with backhand, but I think she's always stepping in no matter what. Like even if the ball's coming straight to the baseline, she's still stepping in with the right foot. So that's one thing I'm trying to adjust here. Just tell her not to always step in and wait to look at the ball and see what she gets before she steps in. But otherwise, yeah, just very standard pushing. Sometimes she also turns away too much, where she could try to stay more square, but yeah, just pushing the ball a little bit. Now that her shoulder is rested and recovered, we do some kick. Here she's too close to the table, which is a common mistake, especially in the games. So yeah, here we go. Let's see some kick. Nice. Right. The kick is good. I just tell her that she can put her arm down and let her wrist go a little bit more. Her arm is a little too up, so she's not getting a good enough angle, so she can kick her wrist up a little bit. Her wrist is starting too high, so here I'm adjusting it, telling her to start a little lower so her wrist can contribute a little more. Her elbow's too high. Let's see what her adjustment is. Yeah, already you can see the ball's a little quicker. It's still a little awkward because we're adjusting, but the ball's already quicker and has better quality already. So yeah, good change. Okay, yeah, that was a little bit of a long warm-up since she's a beginner and we had to touch some technical stuff. So here it's like the emphasis of the training, I guess. So first is underspin balls. First I get her to try to do one slow spinny one and then one where she plays a little bit more through. She's definitely improved a lot on the slow spinny one, but she's not that coordinated to play through yet, but we're working on it. Yeah, this is a nice drill. I like it. It kind of, like I talked about earlier, I think it's good to be able to play the ball in different ways. Like if you can't rip and you can only know how to rip and your rip feels bad that day, you're gonna have a bad day. So it's good to always have something to fall back on, like a slow spin that's really safe. Yeah, so the advice here is when you rip, you should try to have more of an open angle and hit through the ball more. She's still trying to get too closed and try to like get a weird spin and go up, where you should try to hit more through a little bit. Yep, spin's really good and safe. And the rip was a little more open. You can hear the blade a little more, it's better. That one, she didn't get quite low enough with the shoulder. She didn't quite get the right angle. But not only the shoulder, but with the knee as well. Needs to bend a little more. That's a little better. Tell her she can hit flatter on the rip. See, it's like a weird angle there. It wasn't really coming through. Telling her to just hit it forward more and hit through the ball to trust it. If you hit forward hard enough, the ball will go on. Since she plays Hurricane, If you hit into the ball and hit hard enough, the ball will hit through the spin, so I'm telling her just to trust the rubber a little bit. Still a little up and weird. Good. It's okay. Good. Yeah, the spin is really good. The rip is work in progress. Yeah, basically the only thing I'm ever saying is open the paddle more and hit through more, because the spin is good, but she just needs to hit through it a little more. She's still figuring it out. It's a little awkward at first. Yeah, so here I tell her to go extreme and just try to hit the ball as flat as possible and hit through as hard as she can. I think a lot of the times if you adjust to the extreme and then you try to go back to doing whatever you're doing, you sort of get somewhere in the middle and more toward where you want to go. That's what we're just trying that here. Or you can sort of just start on the extreme and work a way in. So I told her first we started with a lot of flat, no spin, and then we adjust toward a little less spin, a little less flat and a little more spin, and then we try to find the sweet spot for where we're happy. And we're just working on that here. We spent a lot of time doing underspin since I feel like her topspin game is good enough. A lot of this was just looping underspin and some footwork later. Yeah, so for the footwork, mostly we're focusing on being able to, after she serves, a lot of times she'll get a ball to the middle and she'll just push it with her backhand and move to the right. But I'm telling her to sort of work on this part where when she gets a push to the middle, she can sort of make the adjustment and turn the corner a little bit and make a strong loop still. And yeah, it looks good. She has some issues when she's pivoting fully in the backhand corner, but this looks good. She doesn't also need to pivot, so it's just like an option for her. This looks fine. Oh yeah, the main issue here is she doesn't keep her distance to the corner. She'll a lot of the times cut in. Like here, you see I'm cutting toward the corner. Maybe you can't see so clearly, but my distance from the corner is getting smaller as I move. I'm telling her to keep the distance and just move to the left. Yeah, and make a spin, because if you move too close, when the ball starts at descent and you want to spin the ball, it's going to be behind you already. So I'm telling her, if you get a little further and keep your distance, you can let the ball fall a little bit and still spin. Like, that's good, that's good. Nice, yeah, good. Now I'll just let the clips play, and this is not too bad. Here's another tip. I'm telling her to turn, bend the knee, and drop the shoulder at the same time while she's moving. She sometimes does it not enough, like she'll just move without turning enough here, like I'm showing. Yeah, so more emphasis on doing the three of those things together: bending the knee, turning the hips, and dropping the shoulder together. Yeah, and then to finish off this one, we tried to do some pivot smash. She's not loading her right leg enough and getting low enough on the turn, and she's moving too close. This is definitely her worst underspin ball, but we're working on it. Yeah, see, she's not getting quite low enough or loading the leg enough. She's moving over kind of straight. I'm telling her to cheat over a little, because if the main drill you're trying to do is a little too difficult, you can always go a little easier and then work your way up to the drill you want to do perfectly. I think doing the basics well is more important. So she can move over a little less. It's more about finding the right position and turning enough and getting low enough on the ball. Getting low enough with the legs so you can hit the ball in the right spot. Yeah, big issue with the hip. I'm telling her to get a little lower so she can use her legs and her body more. Turn with the legs and the body. She's turning and it's staying up. She's not getting enough room to use her hips or her legs. That's a little better. It worked. It's a little better. Still a little awkward, but better mechanics overall. Nice. Ooh, a little awkward there. Too close to the corner. I said get over more on that one. Not hitting through the ball still enough. I'm telling her to get more room and try to hit more forward instead of going up. Like her head is going up and to the left rather than trying to stay more forward. Yeah, see, up and to the left. Try to stay more forward. Nice. Yeah, so when we do our topspin drills, I'm trying this thing where we do sort of a drill of the week or a drill of a certain amount of time. I'm not really sure how long that time period is, but yeah, so I think it's best to like master one drill at a time instead of just shotgunning all your drills and not really improving anything. I think it's good to be able to pick one topspin drill where you work on something you're having trouble with. So for her, in the middle, she doesn't play enough forehand. It'll come to her and she'll just play backhand all the way from the middle or a little bit on the forehand side. So to try to combat this, we tried to get her to do this drill. It's just backhand, middle, backhand, forehand. So in the forehand, in the middle, she'll try to use more forehand. And the main issue we find with this drill is her elbow's a little too high and her angle's too closed. So eventually here, my bad feeding, eventually here I'll tell her to try to drop the elbow a little bit and move the hand down. Or make the hand more open, sorry, and move the hand down at the same time. Really closed, if you can see, on the transition. The legs could do a little hop in the middle, but we've already been training for a while, so a little tired. It's understandable. Yeah, here I'm gonna say like this is the angle she's getting. It's really close, and the elbow's too high. And she says she feels like it's not like that. I'm telling her I see it like that, and she's closing first and then opening after. And we're gonna try to adjust. Yeah, here I'm telling her in the middle, it's not really moving enough. She's just standing there and turning the body. She should try to reset her feet and move a little to the left if possible, because the middle, I'm feeding it a little more toward the forehand than a true middle. So I'm just telling her that she should try to shift it over a little bit when she makes her ball in the middle, so she can hit the ball a little harder. Yeah, quick demo here. Here I tell her that try to drop the elbow and the shoulder overall, because when she's transitioning it's way too high and it's just coming straight. And she's really tired. See, the elbow's too straight and up. I'm sorry, elbow's too up and the angle is too flat. And the arm is too up too when she's kicking on the backhand. So I tell her put it down a little bit and then make sure to keep the hand down, not so up. Because the racket should fall to around table height, but hers is way too high above the table, I feel, to get a nice angle on the ball. She can only fully cover the ball. Like here again, I'm telling her to up, transitioning to up, and keep it down and more normal. Like the elbow should be closer to the body, not so up. There we go. That's better, but still awkward. That's better. I'm telling her, yep, that angle is up. Yep, showing her what she's doing like that. Don't do that. Do it more like transition like that. Yeah, so she can have more surface area to play the ball. Not like that. Yeah. That's better. Comes in a more natural spot. That's good. That's better. Not perfect, but better. Yeah, a little better. I tell her she can adjust even more in the direction that I want her to. That's nice. That's good. That's good. That's good. No hip there, but it's good. Nice. Yeah, that's better. Like that is what we want. Something more like that. That's good. Yeah, now we'll do one ball, so backhand, middle, backhand, free, forehand, but the forehand will be free. She can play anywhere, and then it'll just be free after that. So let's see. Same thing, I tell her get the elbow a little closer, transition more like that, not so up. Not like that. I'm asking her for a cue between the difference so that she has something to think about. Sometimes I think when you teach, like, you have to ask them to find a way to describe it themselves so that they can, like, be actively thinking instead of just autopiloting. Here we go, we're talking about something. I'm telling her, not like that, not like that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm telling her that I see her guessing her forehand every time. I'm telling her that she should just stick with whatever she just played. So if you just played a backhand, be ready for another backhand and don't transition until you see the ball. It's better to wait and see the ball and transition actively than to sort of like be guessing every ball and you can't play well in the backhand, and then when it's not coming to your forehand and you're not ready, it's better to just be able to play a good backhand, and then if it beats you, it beats you. Like, you shouldn't just be guessing. Yeah, here the set part of the drill looked much nicer. We're still working on the free part, but the set part looked nice. Too early there. Good. Yeah, much better angle so she can actually wait and hit the ball better. Good. Oh, didn't move. Yeah, the set part of the drill is much nicer again here. A little awkward there, didn't get all the way over. Nice. Good. I was telling her that the ball's free, like she can hit anywhere. She doesn't have to keep hitting to my backhand on the next forehand. Nice. Didn't turn the body. That's another problem she has in once it goes to free, is that her body kind of stops turning and she loses the rhythm in the rally. But I think it's normal. But yeah, I just try to get her to focus more. And if you're too close, you can't control the direction so much. It's kind of hard to go straight if you're too close. Good. Bad. I'm telling her to adjust to the right angle first. She's adjusting to a too close angle and then trying to adjust it open, trying to tell her to set it well first. Better footwork here. Jammed in the middle and standing up a little too straight. Yeah, rushing there. When the rhythm changes, she has trouble. But that's everyone, so it's okay. Telling her to try to turn the body a little bit to get some rhythm. Yeah, turn and play. And she's kind of just rushing and letting her arm go ahead of time. She has more time than she thinks. Back goal. Didn't get over, but it's okay. Yeah, here she's playing good again in the drill, and then in the open rally she's kind of not getting the right rhythm, or not turning the body enough. Not enough room for me there. Nice. Oh, not ready. Good quality, good quality, good quality. Good. Good. Ooh, got her on the timing. But that was a nice backhand. Good. Yeah, not quite on balance and recovered fast enough for the open round. Yeah, actually she does her footwork perfectly in this clip. Moves a little further in the middle. Yeah, nice. The feet are recovering too. Yeah, really good playing here. Good. Good. Oh. Yeah, really nice here that she can actually adjust to this ball in the middle. She's not too close, so she can actually wait and play still. Good. Oh. It's okay. The feet aren't doing 100% correct, but it's okay. Good. Didn't move over quite enough and was a little late, but that's okay. Here she moved well into the corner. A little off balance though, but regained her balance. Good. Good. Good foot reset there in the middle. Good. Really one of her best ones. Rushing. She can, yeah. Yeah, now we work on our serve a little bit, but this angle is terrible, so I'm just going to skip through it. Yeah, I didn't notice super well, but for the next session, we're going to work on footwork after the serve. She's pushing off one leg and just walking into it rather than two legs and sort of like getting into position faster, which is more important when you serve long serve or side top, which is what I'm going to try to get her to do more since her game likes to be in the open game more than the third ball. So nice side top and then play, but she gets jammed all the time because she's either too close or she's moving too slow out of their serve. So yeah, that's just what we're going to work on next time. Yeah, and that was our training for today. Here's an equipment check. She's got the Yinhe Pro 01, I think, and Hurricane 3 Orange Sponge commercial off some website, and Yasaka Rising Dragon. I'll probably try to get her on Big Nicks soon. Yay. Alright, thank you for watching. Goodbye!